a series of transformations in our finance organisation over the last 10 years, and part of that transformation has been in creating what we call finance operations, which is a key part of how we operate. So 3/4 of our finance staff in the world sit in finance operations in various parts of the world. And that's brought us a long way, but we realised that actually to optimise that model fully, we needed to really focus on clearer accountabilities across our organisation. So the current wave of transformation is both a redesign of the organisation, but also a much clearer set of accountabilities to make the fundamental building blocks work better together. And those fundamental building blocks for Shell are 3 parts of our finance organisation. The first is what we call our business finance organisation, the forward business-facing commercial part of our finance organisation. The centres of expertise, which are relatively small but deep expertise areas around tax and treasury, policy setting, framework setting, and then the bulk of our staff, which sit in finance operations. So this latest dimension of our change really focuses on redesigning that organisation to make sure we really have moved all of the activity we can into finance operations. That's the first step, so an organisational redesign. But really, probably even more importantly, a redesign of accountabilities and where they sit. In the past, we've moved activities to finance operations, but not fully moved our accountabilities into finance operations. That's created a lack of accountability, lack of clarity. So the first part is organisation redesign, then being really clear where the accountability sits. And the third part is recognising now that we have most of our people and much of our accountability in finance operations. To deliver finance to our business, we need all 3 parts of that organisation to work together. So the behaviours and the collaboration and ways of working need to be really tight to make that work. That's always been the case, but even more now as we've consolidated the accountability and the activity in those three places. So over the years, finance operations in Shell has grown both in terms of numbers of people and in terms of scope of activity, and predominantly over the last 6, 7, 8 years. We started, like most organisations, with the basic transaction processing activity, largely a wage arbitrage cost story, but we rapidly realised actually that was only half the opportunity. And the majority of opportunity over time becomes the consolidation of that activity in driving efficiency and effectiveness, better business decisions, better insight. So what we've done over time is not only broaden the activity from the basic accounting transaction processing stuff through to reporting, through to management information, through to data science and analysis, but also broaden the scope of penetration in our businesses. So it's been a progressive wave of change over time. And underpinning all of that, of course, is talent in our core locations and building a different talent profile over time, not only to manage different scope of activity, but also clearly to underpin all of that with a digital savvy population that really can drive change.